In today's video, I would like to show you how to build an authority status. This is a great place to be from the selling perspective because the potential clients are coming to you. You are attracting potential clients, so you don't need to do too much of selling activities. And this is a place where all experts want to be. Hi, warm welcome. In today's video, we will talk about the authority status and how to build it. And I want to show you first what I mean by that. I will show you a graph. This graph, you can see what I mean by authority. It's not actually only to have a great expertise. You see, this is just one of the two things which are important to be in the authority place. And the other one is how big is your audience. So when you look at it now from this lens, I hope it makes more sense, right? So the generalist is an expert who does not have a high expertise, maybe it's just starting or does not specialize enough, and also does not have a big audience. This is not a very great place to be because you have to do a lot to sell. And the celebrity status for an expert is where you have a big audience, but you don't have such a big expertise. And this is mostly in this quadrant. When experts are in celebrity status, they sell low tickets. So they need to sell a lot to have the income they want. Specialist is just the contrary of the celebrity. It's very high expertise but low audience. So here it's great to sell high tickets, but still you need to do a lot of effort to sell. Where in the authority quadrant, this is the upper right quadrant, is the great place to be because this is where you have the high expertise and the large audience. And to have these two factors will make sales easier, far easier. Now, when we understand what I meant by authority, let's talk about the three pillars which will help you to build it. The first one is clarity. Yes, it's something internal. Every time when you see a success on the outside, it starts with inside. And there is no exception also to building your authority. And what I mean by clarity, you have to first be really clear and make decisions what you want to do for whom. And this is something very fundamental for your business. It's the business strategy, the most important decision you will make in your business, because this will influence everything else. And to have this clarity and to make a good choice, the good decision, as I said, it will influence what you will do later. But this is also the fundamental piece, first piece in building the authority. Let me explain. To be in the authority stage is like to be a queen. And now you are claiming your kingdom. And it's far easier to be a queen of a small state like Monaco, instead of to be a queen of the large state like France. And we don't need to be queens of the large territories, which is then more difficult and takes more time. We can be the queen in the small territory, and what it means in your expert business. Now, translating this notion of kingdom into our expert business, it means that what niche you choose. And you see that the more specific, the more targeted you will be, the easier it will be, because it's easier to be a big specialist in small part of your based knowledge or of the whole industry where you are working. So for this particular thing, if you are and will be the best for your tribe, then you can gain the authority status faster. This is the first pillar. To gain clarity, to make the right decision, what is your kingdom, where you want to be the king, where you want to play the authority status. The second pillar is branding. And this is the exact thing, but from outside, how you are perceived. So in the first pillar, it is all about you, what you have decided to be, the expert for whom, the specialist for of what, for whom. And now, is it also understood by others? This is what is the most important in branding. So it's not so much about the colors and logo, although these are the nice and helpful things to have. But on the priority list, what is the most important, number one, is your message. How it comes across, if it's understood what you are doing, if it's understood what you are queen of, what you are claiming to be, who you are for, and like this, you can build your authority status. So the first pillar was about clarity, your internal decisions. A second, external, how it is communicated to outside so that it's understood, and this is your brand. Brand actually means how you are perceived from outside. And now the third pillar is visibility. This is something which will help you to increase your audience. And if you remember the graph, it was not only about your expertise, so we are trying now to get as fast as possible to the right part, to be a great expert, to be a specialist in one thing, but we need to also build your audience so that you are reaching the authority status. And this is the third pillar, visibility. You need to get in front of many people so that you can build your tribe and select those who are interested in what you do. And for the visibility, you need to choose the right platform where you would like to be and the right strategy, how you want to do it. There are basically three big ways. 8, you are a great writer, so it will be most in writing you will express your ideas, your things, your message. Or speaker, or networker. One of these three, what you can do also all of them. I think the primary, and if you are just starting, it's good to focus on the one and master it. So where you feel like your strengths are, because it doesn't matter which actually way. Many people say, oh, just speaking. Yeah, right, but speaking is just one of the three ways. If you are a great networker, then you can do it through going to networking events and organizing events. So it does not need to be you speaking. If you are speaking, great, because then from speaking, you can actually do also written format, so it's somehow easier. I have also had experts, they were great in writing, and they wrote a book, and they built the authority status this way. So it doesn't matter which way. You play your strength. So either you are a writer, speaker, or networker. But you need to allow time and consistency. These are two currencies which will bring you to authority status. Now, when you understand how important time and consistency is, let me also remind you how important the strategy is. Because if you choose the wrong strategy in the beginning, this foundation, who you want to be the queen of, what do you want to do for whom, if you choose this wrong, then only with the time you will see that it's not for you, that it was not the right kingdom you played. And the time passed, half a year, 1 year, 2 years, and you see only after such a long time that it might have been a mistake because you will not see the results you want. So that's why the strategy is so important to get it right from the beginning so that you build the right business, so that you build the right authority status and you can profit from it. And time and consistency are extremely important, but you have to have the fundamentals right. So I hope this video helped you, and I would like to invite you to book a strategy call. It's something here I don't offer all year long. So you have to click now and to see if the ask was available, because I will be with you strategizing all your business on these fundamentals for 1 hour. Complimentary. The first coaching lesson is on me, so you don't need to be worried. There is no selling, there is nothing, it's just focusing on you. So book a strategy call with me